What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are back for my team. I'm going to say 2.0, so to speak. This is our second my team series. It is round number 5 and we're in Austria. If you didn't see last video, I'm going to put a card of it on the top right of your screen for Canada. And as you saw there, we got our first pole position in Canada. It was a spectacular time. It was extremely close. Extremely close between not our drivers, but the drivers itself. But of course, a lot of admin, and I will put the time on screen now. Where, if you want to go watch it straight away, the qualifying and the race, you can do so. But we are doing extremely big admin as we are preparing for season 2. As of course, this whole season is to prepare for season 2. We don't know what the regulations are going to be. I'm hoping it's like kind of the same for 26. It's going to be power and aerodynamics as the big regs. Possibly some chassis. Who knows at this point? We don't know. If it could be just all durability. We haven't got any durability upgrades, so that'd be short and sweet. But of course, we got paused because we crashed in Canada, so I don't think much is going to be coming towards Austria, which is a shame. But our car was extremely good in Canada, and we make 1.9 million in profit this quarter. And research is complete, but we have testing regulation changes because it's obviously halfway between the season. We, depending on where we are in the championship, depends how much resource modifying points we get per week. So realistically, we're on the lower end, but we're on the 100%, so we're normal. So that lucky DNF has actually helped us stay consistent. So that is perfect. Of course, there we go. We got minor DRS and we got loads of delays. And then you can see the yellow line is us. We're pretty even. Even Stevens in the championship and the parts, and we have an engine supply upgrade, which, yeah, as you can see, we're extremely close to Mercedes, but it is what it is. I'm going to drive as O Sutherland, give him some redemption. But yeah, let's go to qualifying. A warm-up lap in quali, and I'm not expecting too much as it is an extremely quick circuit, but I did like the feel of the car. As soon as I got in the car, I felt, okay, we've got grip, the sun's out, so let's just capitalise on this grip, because it was meant to go very overcast later on in the session. So let's just, if we get one run in, we get one run. So I was going to make it my own, as I had been practicing Austria for a like an Ironman race at that time. So I had been practicing in Austria, so I was, let's just say I was a lot better than the AI, so to speak, as I had increased my AI to the peak of master, and that should increase over the course of this my team save. Of course, I'm just getting used to, obviously at the time, being back on F1, so I'm just getting used to the AI. If I see myself, for example, if we get 2 poles in a row, that's when I increase the AI. So I'm top here. But double purple middle sector, Taylor Barnard puts an 07 in. That's a respectable that time for his driver rating. We could have used so much more ERS. I was being so cautious. Ocon puts a 6.6 in, and we're going to put in a 6. Yeah, a bang on 6. I'm not saying the other thing. That's a respectable that time there. And it's off. Join us on the final end of the qualifying. 25 seconds left of quali, and we have Lando in front of us. 2 Mercedes as well. Behrman isn't really pushing like he was his teammates, and we've still got both Ferraris and Oscar Piastri behind us, and of course Max Verstappen as well. So we could, just because we're on pole now doesn't mean anything. But yeah, again, when I was looking at the timing pages, everybody is extremely close, but Lando Norris is going to cross the line now, and he goes pole. He takes provisional pole away, and I bought my lap. As you can see, I was nearly a second behind everybody, so I aborted the lap. Max Verstappen crossing the line, and now, no, that was his teammate. Now he's crossing the line. He goes P3. So we maintain P2, and Charles Leclerc crosses the line, and Charles Leclerc does a 5.9 in qualifying, and I was just waiting for everybody else to finish, because the good thing is we're going in the pits and when everybody else is finished, you have to wait until your screen's down so you can see where you're coming. But it looks like we've secured P3, which is brilliant. A very good confidence boost after Canada. The good thing is, with driving as with O Sutherland's AI, they can't kind of go quite down in terms of if you have a crash, your AI doesn't do very well afterwards. But Barnard, I think it's just a stay at the car and his AI with his commitment. But interesting top 10, extremely interesting top 10, but no penalties. Let's go to the grid.
This is it then, race day in Spielberg for this year's Austrian Grand Prix. Not long to go before our drivers hurtle off the line and into the first turn, the Niki Lauda curve. It was renamed in 2019 in memory of one of Formula One's most beloved figures. The Spielberg circuit then is situated 700 metres above sea level, with just 10 corners making up one of the shortest laps of the season. One time around here is a distance of around 2.6 miles, with the best overtaking chances into turn 1 or the tight uphill of turn 3. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. A fantastic effort from Charles Leclerc yesterday, and it's put him on pole. And Lando Norris lines up alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have O'Sullivan, Verstappen, Oscar Piastri and Ocon, Gasly, Sainz, Behrman and Nico Hülkenberg, Russell, Antonelli and Sir Lewis Hamilton and Albon, Bortoletto, Fernando Alonso, Liam Lawson and Franco Colapinto, Hadjar, Tsunoda, Barnard and Lance Stroll brings the grid to a close. That's it then, it's time to go racing as we head down trackside for today's race. The formation lap gets underway then, and it's going to be interesting today to see how the dry conditions could affect the lifespan of the tyres. We're almost ready to start the race as the cars take their positions on the grid, with the drivers and teams making their final preparations.
As you see, the medium hard is our choice of strategy. I could be boxing a little bit earlier because the tyre wear isn't well, it's very high, very high. So this could be a 2-stop, which would ruin our race. But I'm just gonna nurse. We're in the big pack of quick cars, so we could probably get pulled along and do what Lando Norris did with Charles Leclerc in Austin, where it's going to be lights out and away we go, and we get an okay reaction time. We should have beaten Lando Norris off the line, but we didn't. But we are going to get him around the outside on the first corner, which was a beautiful launch. I'm going to look on Charles Leclerc to try and take the lead in the opening lap into the first corner. We're going to dummy, and we do way too much into the second corner, and we're going to lose 2 positions there as we get re-overtaken by Lando Norris and Max Verstappen. Our teammate, unfortunately, they do need to fix it in next year's not DLC, but the 27 game, where the cars are just way too slow going into that corner. But as we see, Barnard, he did get passed by Yuki Tsunoda. He's gonna repass him, which is a beautiful move in quick succession as he gains 2 places. Lap number 1, I didn't get me passing Max Verstappen, so I do apologise. On that one, I think I got it when we were watching Barnard. But but I do apologise on that. I don't think it was a very good move anyway. But yeah, Leclerc is extremely slow on them hard tyres. I think Lando's got them fired up as well. But of course, we're on the mediums. We're going to be the quickest car on the grid as we try another one on Lando. We get a little bit better. We get on the line, on the track, as we watch the replay. I just wanted to go to some commitment moves, but of course we overtook him on track. So in my books it counts, but if it doesn't, it's over now. Can't do anything. But next is Charles Leclerc. Next is the race lead, lap number 4. And we've gained a second from Lando. So the mediums are working as they should do. Charles is not really put much of a defence as some of the AIs would. But I think it's just in time until we pass him. I'm going to look for a move into turn number 3. He's going to go defensive on the inside. I'm going to go quite deep, and he gets the repass, and that's going to set us up nicely for turn 4 and 5 and 6, I should say, as we're off the track, and it's a big slide, big slide, and we've got to be careful, especially in Austria, when you go on the gravel, especially because there's a quick left or right hander straight away after. You've got to be extremely careful, and we bottom out on the curb in there in turn 2. Tyre wear isn't an issue. That was just a big bottom out. Lack of braking. We pushed Lando Norris to the absolute right side of the track, and we're not going to do what we did with Charles. We're going to get it straight on the in and outside, really close, and I am going to just send one down the inside. Completely legal move there, and on the left-hander we're going to get him straight away. Keep close to the curb, and he's fighting back even with the top level AI. We can't even get a move done. We get a collision warning because we scraped his rear ring, and Lando Norris yields in the first right-hander, which is annoying because in real life you would have stuck that completely, even if it cost you going off the track. But he does make the repass, and we are extremely slow going to turn number 1. The brake and the grip has completely disappeared. But Leclerc, with all that fighting, has gained an exceptional margin on us. But we're not going to be really concentrating on a win. If we can get top 5, that would be perfect. Lap number 9, Lando is back again. Yeah, the tyre wear was excessively key on this. There's not an orange bar, but my team cars have such a higher tyre wear than any other car around you. As we get on the grass, we're going to make collision with Lando, make a massive collision with Max, and we got gravel on our tyres. And I was just saying it was going to be bad. It was going to put us in the gravel. We make contact with Max and make contact with Lando, and we make exceptional contact with Esteban Ocon, which brings out the red flag. Oh my lord. I literally was talking about if you get on the gravel, it is going to be bad. We get on the grass, make a little bit of contact with Lando. Luckily it wasn't the real design for Austria, because that would have took our wheel off. Make contact with Max. We get on the gravel, and then literally just can't control the car when it was in a dead man spin there. And unfortunately we make contact with Ocon, and he is out of this race, and it was a red flag. But at our second time in Austria, it's going to be lights out and away we go. Start P4. Max makes a big jump on me and Lando under that safety, under that red flag. We do have a bit harsh side pod damage, but to be fair, I know we've got fresh tyres, but it actually has helped us with this side pod damage. It's actually made our car a lot faster. We've seen this before in F1. We saw it in China with Leclerc's front wing. He was extremely quick. Yellow flag, but that's just for slow moving cars into turn number 2. But yeah, a very good second start of the race, and we're just going to ease in as you can kind of see the side pods are playing a little bit of annoyance. But to be fair, I picked it up quite quickly, and I knew where and when I needed to brake. But But the good thing with side pod damage, you can turn in a lot easier, I find. So it'd be a lot easier. It was yellow flag in set to 3, and Max Verstappen is out of this race. Championship rival to the title. That could play very crucial, as you know. We are 10 races, 10 race season. So a DNF is massive. As Lando Norris is going to look for the move in turn number 2. He's going to clip our rear, and we're going to round. We get turned round, and that's going to be a safety car because there's 2 yellow flags on the racetrack, and we do not want to be turned around, especially with the high tyre where we're facing. As you can see, I got that under control as we had significant wheel spin as we just catch up to the car in front and just chill. But we will get a replay on that in a minute. But Fernando Alonso has a 10-second time penalty. It would be for ignoring yellow flags. It was when I made the move, I clipped Lando's right hand side and I couldn't get the car under control, which was annoying. But I think because Fernando passed Albon under when he was ghost, the game must have thought that was a yellow flag instant. But safety car was in this lap, and lap number 14, and Charles Leclerc gets us going straight away. We've dropped down to P12, which isn't ideal. Barnard P14, very good jump for the team as well. We're going to get starting straight away on Fernando Alonso, and we're going to get down the outside and get that move done very, very quickly. And to be fair, I think some of the cars are on mediums, and 13 laps on mediums isn't the best thing, as we're just going to get down the inside. We're not wasting any time on 2 cars. Ollie and Antonelli, 2 former teammates in F2, we get them in quick succession. And next is Russell and Gasly. We just get on the main straight, which was a beautiful move, as Barnard is just going to the back of my overtake shenanigans, which has helped him gain some positions, which is very, very good. P8 right now, it was looking for P7. And the good thing with Oscar holding Russell up, it's going to give us that opportunity to get there. And I was thinking about my teammate in this situation, but as you can see, if you can look on the mini-map, there's a big gap to Ollie and I think Albon. But very side-by-side action to the final corner. That's going to give us an extremely big opportunity. As DRS is activated this lap, but we don't need DRS as we're up to the wall on overtaking. And I gotta say, what a move. It was off track, but we made the position before going off the track. But yeah, we've catch up to Carlos Sainz. Carlos Sainz was a massive getaway with the fighting of me and Russell. But as you can see, 5 seconds to Russell, and there's a yellow flag. No yellow flag. Yeah, there we go. There's the yellow flag. There was a slow moving car which has brought out the virtual safety car. And if you watch that back again, Sainz and Hulkenberg just slammed on their brakes as Lewis Hamilton locks up going into turn number 2. That makes Charles Leclerc slow down because there's yellow flags, and then it's a big domino effect, and I capitalised before the yellow flag and the virtual safety car came out, because it's slow moving cars. I can overtake them. But if we just bring it back a second, and we look at Lewis Hamilton's point of view, Charles Leclerc's point of view, Hamilton locks up. Leclerc just turns into a stop sign, and unfortunately that has given us red front wing damage. Luckily we haven't got long left of this race, and I've gained 2 positions, so it isn't going to be too bad. As Sainz is in, I don't know what for, unless I pushed him into Hulkenberg. I do apologise. And yeah, there we go. Side pod damage, front wing damage doesn't go, let's just say, the best. Lando Norris has got an easy stretch his legs, as we just give Lewis Hamilton some payback, as we give him some front wing damage and grip. Side pod, front wing, extremely not a very good trio there. But we're just going to be sending it down the inside, and we're just going to be capitalising on the fact we've got DRS and we can make these moves. A podium isn't on the charge, as Lewis Hamilton has got past us on lap 23. I didn't get it, apologise. Not very good at capturing some of these things on replay. As we hit, it's not very good. It's not looking good, bruv. As Russell gets past us, and we're just going to try and maintain position, as Oscar is probably going to get past us about now. He's gaining. We push him. We're doing all the defensive in the rule books. We push him to the right, and we brake. We have to brake extremely early, just to get the car turned into the corner, and we get past Oscar again. Okay, I was not looking where I was going there, but yeah, braking super early is just going to make the car behind us come right past us. But as you can see on the left, Oscar did get past us, but it's going to be our first repeat winner of the season, and his name is Lando Norris. He makes a very big charge in the championship. Our first repeatable winner this season, Lando Norris wins, and it's going to be a double Ferrari podium, as Ferrari are exceeding the lead in the championship for constructors, as we maintain P7, as we have a charging Pierre Gasly right behind us. But is it going to be P7 or 8? It's going to be P7, as Alonso gets really badly affected by that 10-second penalty.
But when you get to this part in the championship, it's clearly on your mind as you're looking to see how far up the order you can finish. And races like this certainly help that.
It's what every driver imagines when they
as Lando Norris becomes our first repeated winner of this season, and Leclerc and Hamilton staying consistent with their podium streaks. We, of course, can't do anything, but this is shaping up to be a very interesting battle at the front, as with Max Verstappen's DNF, that is given Lando, I think, is going to give Lando a very big lead in this championship. But P3 to P7, not too bad. Barnard is up on positions, but unfortunately no race pace on that at the moment. We look at the standings, yeah, Max extremely unfortunate with that DNF, hasn't put him in the best spot as we climb P6 into the championship with Ocon's DNF. I mean, best of both worlds. But Bible verse at the end of every single video, Philippines 3:14, I press towards the mark for the prize of the high calling of God in Christ Jesus. Beautiful verse to end this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys for my home Grand Prix, Silverstone. Catch you then. God bless.